Guess where I'm at? On the lake, finally, after 3 months. And the water level is high, man. Well, we've getting so much rain here. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. You know me, I'm Tom, coming at you here at Falls Lake. Normally, I beach right over there. It's gone. The water level has risen so much here at the dam, it's crazy. Plus, too, there's supposed to be a storm coming in, but I needed to get the boat out and running. You don't let these motors sit. Bad gas. Obviously, I've been going through that problem. Went through that problem when I first bought this boat because the previous owner let it sit for a long time, and the gas contaminated everything. Okay, this is the perfect time. Hold on a second. Cut the engine off here for a brief second. But feeling a lot better. And thanks for all the people who chimed on my channel. Now, the one thing that I have still a problem with is what they call a smoker's cough, okay? It's gonna kind of stick around with me for a while. They're saying up to 6 months to a year that I should eventually start seeing this, go away. So that's kind of that in a nutshell. It was a long, grueling 2.5 months in and out of the hospital 4 different times for this lung infection I had, which basically is COPD. I just got to keep my water available. And then, too, the one thing I kind of live on, and it's not because I want to, it's because it's kind of a maintenance item, is I've got these albuterol things that I just have to use them. Whenever I get that itch in my throat, that's what I got to do. Especially if I talk a lot. And you know me, I like to talk a lot. Oh, man. But it's great to get back out on the water. One more time. And then, always these cough drops. I go through bags of this stuff, sugar-free, of course. But anyway, the point is that as somebody gets older, there's certain maintenance items, certain things that's going to happen to your body that obviously, you're going to have to pay some attention to. Diabetes. Thank God I don't have diabetes. I'm not diabetic. But I do have hypertension. So I got to take a daily pill for that. Now, I want to share with you a little bit about something, especially when it comes to the VA. If you're a veteran, you'll find this interesting. If you're not a veteran, then this really, it's not going to concern you too much. But what ended up happening is when I get the bill, I got a big bill, almost $30,000. Oh, geez. Hold on. Today was a day for accidents. I went to go get the boat as I went to Eflin and came back. 3 major car accidents, man. And 1 on 4085 and 2 on Highway 98. 98's always a problem area. But get back to the VA. The new Garner VA is now officially open. Big, huge facility, man. Big facility. Outpatient only. Well, I missed an appointment with my primary doctor, Dr. Reeves. And basically what I had to do was get back on his schedule. Problem is, they shut down a satellite store there on Atlantic, and now he's in Garner, okay? But the reason why I missed it is I was in the hospital. So anyway, I reset the appointment for 2 weeks from now at the new location, because here's the catch-22. With VA, especially the kind of status that I have on the percentage of disability and stuff like that, or, the benefits that I get, if I don't follow these appointments, in other words, if the VA says I got to do something, I got to do it, period, okay? If they say you need a physical, I got to go get a physical. And I got to go to the appropriate doctor, is Dr. Reed, or whoever takes his place at the time, but he's the guy he's my go-to guy, okay? Now, I had all my records transferred over to the Durham VA. So, here's another deal. They tried billing the VA for my hospital stay, and I told them, you can't do that. I said, yes, the VA will pay, but they told me that the VA pays more. It covers more stuff, okay? And I said, well, that's why I got Medicare. Well, then they ask you, well, do you have Part B? And no, I only have Part A and VA, okay? But they sent the bill to the VA, and it kicked it back. And I said, no, dummy, you got to send it to Medicare, okay? So that was a screw up. But I did see the amount. Oh, man, 30 grand, 2 different times to go to Wake Med North. Basically $16,000 per visit. Oh, boy. Now, that's without insurance, okay? But Medicare will cover it. And if not, I've got another policy. And I'll tell you what it is. It's kind of an interesting thing with the VA. It's a program set up by the federal government. And I got this information from the VA in Garner. It's called the Mission Act, okay? And there's a special number that you call, and it's an 800 number. And the Mission Act is literally that. It's an enactment by the federal government through the VA system to cover any and all bills if you were hospitalized, if you're a veteran. Okay, it's just some special program. If you call within 72 hours, submit the bill to the Mission Act. You call that number, tell them I'm a veteran, I got admitted to the hospital, and blah 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 blah. And then they'll say, send us your medical bill, and they'll strike a check for it. So that's kind of an interesting fact. And if you are a veteran, let me just give you the number. It's 1-800. 827-4817. That's called the Mission Act. And here's another number, 844-724-7842. And it's basically another agency that's set up through the federal government, through the VA system, that helps veterans out if you have extraordinary medical bills, okay? So keep that in your database. You may need it one day. I might need it. Who knows? Oh man! But I tell you what, I'm feeling good. I just don't have the lung capacity as far as breathing. I don't get tired, but I just start coughing. That's it. I get that itchy throat, and I'll cough for a while, and then I got to take an albuterol, hit off the albuterol, and drink some water. Take me a little throat lozenge. I'm fine for the next 2-3 hours. So that's pretty much that. Hey, let's go for a ride. It's getting a little damn humid out here. Boat's running good too. No wake zone. I'm using my special little tripod that I kind of made. It's working pretty good. Highway 98. Supposed to get a big thunderstorm. That's another thing. We've been getting a lot of rain out here, man. The lake is high and it stays high. I mean, it's unbelievable. We've got a thing called rain fatigue around here. Boy, I'm gonna tell you how high the water is. This used to be a really long beachfront, and people used to be able to walk out here and come to the end. Okay, I'll show it to you. Hold on. So as I flip this boat around 90 degrees, you'll see this beachfront's underwater. Gone, both sides. Here we go. Can't walk out there now. And you'll see a white sign. That's where the beach was. And it was a pretty decent sized little beachhead. All right, there it is. Gone. Completely underwater. See it? Completely underwater. Wow. Now, the one over here, this island, is not so bad. Now you'll see it. You can still see the beach. There you go. See it? Right there. A little bit of a beachfront right there. Okay. Now, there's a cove down here that they used to party at all the time back in the day. Now, a little something in the water. But we used to go to this cove all the time. And that's where you kind of park. It's on another overpass. And it dead ends. I've been on this lake a lot of times, man. I think I only swam in water like maybe 3 times. I'm not a big fan of this water. But it is nice and cold. There it is. I'll be there in 2 minutes. One minute. Hold on. Boy, the water is high. coming up in it. There's some trash up in here. I just saw a log. Yeah, there's logs up in here. I got a double-lined aluminum hull. If I hit something, it's not gonna be too bad. As long as I don't hit a freaking rock, then that would be bad. But here's the cove. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if I had to swim in this water right now, because see what's happened here, trash kind of just moves up in here. And you can see we're right off this little highway right here. You can hear them. Hold on. Let me swing around, you can see it. We keep an eye on it. We're in 17 foot of water, we're fine. Okay. Here comes the small little bridge. Oh, shit, I think there's a snake going across the water. Something going across the water. What is that? Whatever it is, he's moving out. It could be a frog. What is that? Yeah, it's a snake. Sam? It's copperhead. The copperhead snake right there. Sure enough. At least the swimming-ness. Can you imagine? Who said copperheads can't swim? See him? Look at him. He's right over there. Wow. Okay. He's about 18 inches long. There he is. He's going right up to the shore, too. And I'm literally on top of him. I can see his head right there. Copperhead right there. Hell, he's about 23, 24 inches long. I hope I got that on video. Oh yeah, little copperhead action right there. I thought I'm seeing him, and I didn't realize he was such a damn good swimmer. He's a good swimmer, man. But anyway, here's the little cove here. But again, see, if you were swimming in the water and that sucker come up to you and bit you in the ass, you'd not want to swim in the water anymore. That's why I don't like lakes. But if you swim in the ocean, you get bit by a shark. You can't win, man. Just can't win. That's okay. Oh, and I can see, yeah, there's plastic bottles floating around. There's scum water too. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, scum water. Nasty. All right, that's the cove. Not impressive, I'm telling you, by no stretch of the imagination. It's okay, but not really. Well, hopefully I picked up that copperhead in the video. And there's a couple of logs up here too. You gotta be careful. Going right there. Okay. Put this back up on its mount. There we go. Oh, there you go. Good little run. Okay. Yeah, this thing's chirping all kinds of fish underneath me. Let's cut it off. Okay, it's off. The quiet. The absolute quiet. On to other news. The motorcycle. My '06 BMW GS 1200. Oh yeah, still in the shop. 3 months later, it's sick too. It needs some antibiotics. Now we're waiting on one stupid part. The bike's fixed. Clutch line. That's it. There's only one in the United States. We bought it. We said send it to us 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. Hell, I don't even remember. I go in there so often now going, has the part come in yet? No. Well, you got an employment application? Because I feel like I work here. The guy starts laughing. He goes, yeah, go see John. Ah, God. I'll tell you what, guys. It's good to feel good, and it's good to get out. That's all I can say, really. With the way things went the last 3 months, I have to admit, it totally caught me off guard. That was not something that I was preparing for. Okay? It was not in the cards. Oh man. And you know what, there's a silver lining in it, I think. Because it happened during the hottest part of our summer here in North Carolina, where every freaking day was 95 degrees plus. Okay? We were burning up and raining. It was insane. And that lasted for 2 solid months in the 90s, high 90s, 100, 103. I think Fayetteville, where I'm from, Fort Bragg area, set a record, 106 degrees. Wow, that's hot. But that's North Carolina too. We get some weather here now. There's no doubt about it. After living here 40 years, I've seen it all. I've seen it all. Okay, YouTube. Let's just touch on YouTube. This is going to be the first month in 6.5 to almost 7 years that I'm not going to get a monthly check because my channel has dropped below the threshold. The money now is going into a bank. So next month I'll get that check, but not for this month because I haven't reached their minimum, okay? And like I said, it's not your fault. It has nothing to do with you guys. It's my channel. Mr. Fix-All. When it comes down to it, there's no participation as far as new subscribers, and the literally the videos that I put out there, unless something is extremely controversial, and people are just tuning into it because there's some crazy title on it or whatever, car accident, or I'm filming somebody doing some stupid stuff on a boat, or, some sort of fail video, it just doesn't get a lot of traction because right now, sensationalism is selling, okay? Sensationalism. And also, too, they're getting very, very professional with these videos. The creators are getting very, very professional. I'm not going to take anything away from these people, okay? They're doing what they got to do to make a buck. But the threshold is 100,000 subscribers to get your little plaque from YouTube. I'm nowhere near there, man. I'm 27,860 subscribers, and it's been locked in, 27,880. That's where I'm at, and that's where I've stayed for months. And you guys just don't love me no more. That's what it is. You don't love me. No, it's the new people that need to get on board that need to love me. You guys already love me. Thank you. I said after 10 years of doing YouTube, it took me 3.5 years to get to 10,000, and And that's when I got my first check, okay? And it was pretty decent. I've made some pretty good money with YouTube. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I bought the motorcycle with YouTube money, okay? I mean, let's be real. I didn't make that much, but it was enough to buy that motorcycle. As far as repairing it, I didn't say anything about making money enough to repair it, but to buy it, I did make enough money to buy it. I've been saving up a long time too. So anyway, I'm just glad this boat's running really, really good. All the money I spent on it, $3,000 in repairs. Actually, it was $2,500. They gave me a discount at Atlantic Marine in Riceville Beach, North Carolina. Another bass boat. But yeah, so in reality, now all the toys are, they're doing their thing. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Now, being that the motorcycle is going to come out of the shop, whether it's another week, another 2 weeks, we're going to get the part. It's coming out of the shop, okay? That means the fall season is going to be approaching soon. That now is, for me, as far as I'm concerned, 60-degree weather. If it starts getting into 50, 60-degree weather, that's the perfect time for me to do two things. Fishing season really kicks off in North Carolina, October, November, December. Okay, that's when the water cools down, and also too, we've had some sort of bacteria problems here in the water because it's gotten too hot. The water temperature is above 70, and that's that flesh-eating bacteria that we have around here. That's one person's already died from, and there's like 6 people in the hospital with infections because of open wounds. They got contaminated by being in salt water that is over 70 degrees. I forgot what that little bug's called, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So now the water will get cool. We won't have that issue, because I do like swimming in the ocean, and I do that a lot. That's one of my favorite things to do. And that way, go down and get some fishing in around Christmas time, November, December, and also too, be able to take some nice long trips up the tail of the Dragon and a few of the other back of the Dragon, and the different, just great trails and great roads, BDR runs with the BMW. So I'm looking really forward to the end of this year. As the weather cools down, there's not as much rain, it's just colder. And then it's time to go out and really travel, because when it's 100 degrees outside, it's freaking miserable. I don't care if you're on the ocean. I don't care if you're on a motorcycle. It's just hot, okay? So, anyway, being that said, I want to thank everybody who has always been on this channel, and I know who you are. You guys have been with me for years and years and years. You've seen my ups and you've seen my downs, mostly ups. I don't have too many downs, but this one really, this one got me, okay? And all I want to do is just say to everybody out there, quit smoking. Just do that. If you do that, the chances of you living a long, healthy life is going to improve itself, okay? So let's see if I can pick up this kayaker. Let me get this off the tripod without screwing up the video. Just bear with me. Let's see if I can get it turned around. See if it allows me to. Probably not. Let's see. Again, it's one of the very sensitive,